When Covid hit, the NHS desperately needed personal protective equipment, or PPE. Baroness Michelle Mone and her husband Doug Barrowman were among those who answered the call, but millions of the gowns they supplied were never used. A consortium led by Barrowman, PPE MedPro, has now been told by a High Court judge to pay the government back almost £122 million for breach of contract.
I, Michelle Baroness Mone.
Michelle Mone was sworn in as a Tory peer in 2015, and in 2020 she recommended MedPro to the then government for lucrative PPE contracts. An ugly row developed, leading to a court case this summer which heard the gowns supplied weren't properly sterilised. MedPro argued the government hadn't stored them properly and ordered too many. Today, Doug Barrowman said the judgment was a whitewash of facts and shows that justice was being seen to be done, adding, "This case was simply too big for the government to lose." His wife agreed, saying, "Today's judgment against PPE MedPro is shocking but all too predictable." But families who lost loved ones in the pandemic have welcomed the ruling, like Lobby Akinola, whose father Femi died with COVID-19.
When we started hearing about these contracts and hearing that people were profiting at the time when the UK was deep in crisis, anger is definitely what I was feeling. And that's why, I say I'm pleased to hear this ruling, because it feels like finally we're getting some justice for the mistakes that were made during the height of COVID.
The Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, didn't hold back in her response to the ruling, writing on social media, "We want our money back. We are getting our money back, and it will go where it belongs, in our schools, NHS and communities." PPE MedPro now has 2 weeks to pay the government back the £122 million plus interest. Faye Barker, ITV News.